Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Another episode here on the Oaks. So we're just finishing up the early morning feeding. I guess it's not really that early anymore, but we're finishing up the feeding in the morning. Probably start at it a little bit earlier from now on so we can start getting to some other stuff. But yeah, this is our last go around for cattle feed here. We did adjust the Maize Plus numbers a little bit, just because they were a little high, I would say. It was saying that we only have 100 milking cows, and it was saying that we were gonna need like 120,000 liters of food each day for just like 60 of them in that barn. And that's a lot of feed mixes made, so we kind of scaled that back a little bit. We kind of cut everything in half, essentially. So it's just 60,000 or so liters a day for these cows. So that'll require us to feed them twice a day, essentially. Probably 2 mixes each time. I think that'll be good. We'll see. I still might make a few adjustments, but we did make another change. We got rid of the Kloss tractor, and we're just gonna stick with these ones that we got. I might get another 6, or not a 6. I might get a 6M with a front loader on it to use in the fields and stuff, maybe for bale loading, but we'll see. That might be down the road a little bit, but we're just gonna use the 6930 on the feed mixer for now. We'll kind of just take it on and off as we need to. This morning, we're gonna get some bales going, get some bales loaded up and stuff. We did stack these bales here in the field across the road already with the bale stacker, and then we need to actually get them loaded onto a trailer and brought back to the yard. We have canola that we need to cut today. And then at some point this month here in September, so now we're on the 3-day, I think we're on 3-day, it might be 4, I'm not sure. We're gonna get the silage lifted here as well. So that means we're gonna need to rake it, or did we already rake it? We may have already raked it. It's been a few days since we've been on the save, so that's kind of the plan for today. We'll get down to the next field with the bale stacker and we'll start getting some bales stacked. Alright, so we're getting our first load of bales unloaded off the stacker. There we go. This thing is pretty cool. I've never used one of these, so I kind of really wanted to just use this. I've had this in my mods folder for a long time. We're finally giving her a go. Definitely cannot turn right very easily. So you kind of gotta strategize how you're gonna go about getting these, because this does require you to actually hit it correctly on the side like this in order to load it. Can't just go near it and it'll grab it. You have to actually like face the front of it like that. And like I said, you can't turn right, so sometimes you got to back up a little bit and swing her left. But it's pretty cool. So yeah, and then the plan, I've kind of explained it, but so now the plan is that we'll kind of stack them to the side, and then we'll come back with the telehandler or whatever and load those onto trailers with the telehandler. Ideally, in an ideal world, we would have this running and some other guys running the telehandler and trailers. That would probably be the best way to go about it, but fortunately our automated workers can't do those jobs, so it's kind of a one at a time dealio. Love this view from this field, just kind of across the valley here. Pretty cool. Pretty good looking map, tell you that much. Here we go. We're just backing up and we'll get this one loaded up. We'll get 2 more, holds 10 at a time. We'll get these, we'll get 2 from these 3 up here, or maybe we'll just grab 1 and then we'll grab this other one on the end over there to get that cleaned up off the edge. Just talking out loud about my strategy. So yeah, I think we're on the 190 today, 190R. I mean, this is the only R series that we have, but wasn't sure if I did a 190 or a 210. I think I went with the 190 because we have a big ol' 8T, so I didn't really feel like we needed much more power, because really this just does the baling and the mowing, and this obviously, but so I'll try and make them neat. Make it look like we know what we're doing a little bit. There we go. Should do. Another key is making sure that you find a nice flat spot in the field, because if it's not flat and you unload those, there goes your bale stack. I was close in the first field, the one across the road from the farm. Alright, I'm gonna swing around and grab these off the ends, and we'll continue stacking these up on the side of the field. Alright, so we just got up here to the barley field. This is the field that we did the montage on last episode. We had 3 full stacks. What's going on? We had 3 full stacks, or no, 4 full stacks in the oat field, and then 1 like 3 bale stack, essentially a mini stack, if you will. Bit more challenging to do it in cab, just like anything else. Usually is a little bit more challenging in cab. But I enjoy the challenge every now and then. It's kind of nice to do some in cab. It's one thing that I enjoy about our good buddy MrFarquar is that he does quite a bit of in cab, and I really enjoy watching that. I don't know why. I think I've talked about this before. I don't know why when I'm recording I don't think that people would enjoy in cab, but even though I enjoy watching in cab, I don't know. It's just one of those things. I'm sure there's a lot more people out there that would enjoy it as much as I do, but it's nice to have a little bit of a mix here and there. Go, 2 more. These are the 2 we're going for. Got our pusher bumper here on the front, just in case we need to kind of line a bale up a little bit. Haven't had to do it much, but alright. So where is a good flat spot that we can drop these off? I think we're gonna have to do it up here on this end of the field. For this, I think we're gonna hop out of cab. Yeah, I'm thinking probably right here is going to be our best option. That'll do. I hope. Not super flat, but it's probably the flattest we're going to get. There we go. So, just a few more bales to pick up, probably just like a half of a stack. Then we are going to bring the telehandler and a wagon or two for loading bales. We'll get that job done. Okay, here we go. See how this goes. I had to do a little test one before I started recording. See how it went. These are Heston bales, so they can be a bit finicky. Yeah, so the way that I've kind of found that you can do the workaround, so the finicky part about Heston bales are the forks on them. So the way I've figured out is you take this MX grab, or even the one from the what pack is that? It's the shoot. What is that? Is it the hay? Is it the straw extension one or whatever? You know what I'm talking about. And that one's like kind of a grab as well, but yeah, and it doesn't have, you can choose to have the forks out or not on that one as well, so you just kind of do it with the grab portion and it works completely fine. It's just when you gotta actually use those forks to go inside the bale, it doesn't like that much. Oh, I say that and then we get a problem child. Come on. Maybe 2 bales is the sweet spot. I don't know. 2 at a time. Maybe I need to not make sure I'm not going so close up to the grab as well. I don't know. Bale physics have come a long way, but I feel like there's still a good ways to go when it comes to farm sim bale physics. We're just gonna go 2 for now again, I suppose. See how that goes. Need to get squared up on them. There we go. Sorry about the maybe awkward silence too while I'm doing these. I just tend to try to focus too much, maybe sometimes. Should be enough room for another set, eh? I got my controls backwards now that we're looking backwards. Uh-oh. Everything's about to go downhill. I can just feel it. Just feel it coming. Alright. I do like this though. Just kind of going through the proper steps of, you know, getting the bales loaded. I'm all about the realism, as you guys know. And I have definitely seen this done in on UK YouTube. So being able to try to replicate things in farm sim that you see from real life is my cup of tea when it comes to farm sim. Love doing that. We're gonna try and straighten some of these out, I think. So we're a little crooked. And we'll throw this last one on top. We don't need to. Uh-oh. What are you doing? This is gonna be a problem. I can feel it. Get off. We're gonna have to put these forks out, I think. So we can restack this. See what I mean? When it comes to the Heston bales, you just... the forks don't even like want to go into it. It's quite strange. And that might be because that one tipped on the side where you're not usually going to grab it, but why did I choose to put myself through dealing with Heston bales? I don't know. It's a good question. Because I wanted to, I guess. I don't know. I like the baler. And like I said, this farm is, equipment-wise, is very much based off of Joe Seal's farm. If you haven't watched Joe Seals, he is probably my favorite farm YouTuber, American or British. At the moment, at least. Alright, so that'll do for that. Let's get these things strapped down, and we'll bring them back to the farm. Figure we're so close, maybe I don't need to get them squared up. JCB is hauling this with ease, though. So now, since the telehandler's in the field, we'll grab the front loader, and we'll use that to unload the bales. Alright, so we're back in the yard getting these unloaded. With the 320. Oh shoot. I knew that would happen if I didn't have it. Well, I didn't know that would happen, but I know there's a trigger there somewhere that you gotta be careful of. And that one must not have been grabbed, so it went into the auto load barn there, unfortunately. We're gonna do a little in cab, eh? What do you say? Probably a bad time to actually do that. So we gotta get this one bale off the top. I really love this this JCB, well, this one and the tractor there. Really vibing with that JCB tractor. I can kind of square that back row up a little bit by pushing on it. There we go. Now we can try a little bit of in cab. Say that, and then we smash into the trailer. Oh. Grab them before they fall off. Shoo. That was close. Could have been disastrous. There's nothing worse than ruining your nicely stacked bales. I'll tell you that much. You guys ever used one of these TMs? It can be kind of funky. It's just kind of strange with the pivoting center. Can feel a little bit, it makes you feel a little uneasy sometimes, I guess. But it's nice for a nice tight British yard. Our yard isn't the tightest, but you know, in this spot right here, getting around the corner and stuff. It's a little tight. I think this Magsy grab is actually working a little bit better than the MX one. Oh no, yep, see, that happened. It happened. Knew it would. That's what we get for trying to be in cab. But we'll get it cleaned up. We'll get it cleaned up. Just not yet. 3 high. So this is actually what we use to do most of our straw blowing as well. We have like a T-gull attachment for the front of this. This is how we do our bedding. I like to use straw blowers. These barns, however, the trigger doesn't allow us to if it's just like in a trailed straw blower for some reason. It just like sucks up the bale out of the blower. So with this, we can kind of raise it up above the trigger itself, and then we can use the straw blower. So that's kind of nice. Speaking of straw blowing, we do need to actually get some bedding into our cow pens. I forgot that we needed to do that. Alright. So I'm just going to get that mess cleaned up off camera, most likely. I think I'm going to try and push those 2 back. I know there's like kind of a gap there where we only had 2 bales. And yeah, we'll kind of continue on. This pasture field, grass field here that we're looking at is actually ready to go as well. So we need to get that cut and figured out as well. Alright, so I figured I would pop in quick here because we're actually exploring a little bit of a new part of the map. Ooh, that's a nice pasture area. That could be a nice pasture ground rental if we ever needed it, although I think it's pretty close to another farm, so that might not make sense. We're heading up to the canola field though. Paul the contractor called and said the canola is ready to go. So he brought the combine down and we are gonna take a break from loading bales to get our last field of crop harvested. And the detail on this 4X map is just so good. Just a great job, Briscoe, honestly. Just killed it. Just killed it. It's just fantastic. Everywhere you drive, it's just can't stop looking at stuff. It doesn't get boring anywhere, that's for sure. This field should be coming up here soon. I think we see it in the foreground there. Through these trees. Should be coming up on it. There's another, it's right by another church. Oh, there he is. Alright, perfect. So it seems that he's working on the second headland right now. Which is good. Canola is not the highest yielding crop, so I don't know how quick he's really going to fill. We'll wait here till we see some... Oh, he is flashing. Maybe we'll try and catch him quick before he goes up the... or gets up the hill. I did get some comments that the combine that we were using as Paul's combine probably would not be able to run this head, so we did give him a little bit of a bigger combine. Got a 760 now. On the 35 foot, which I think should suffice. Try and sweep around here. And maybe we can catch him on the other side going down the hill. He's missing some crop here, though. Hopefully, he should go back and get that. I would think. This is a pretty cool view up here as well. So you can see a lot from up here. That's what I like. Once you get like up on these, up on top of the hillier parts of the map, you can see a long ways. You can even see down to the sugar factory over there. That's cool. So we'll swing back down to the entrance side of the field, and then I would guess by the time that he's kind of down there, we can unload him one more time. And he'll probably get us full. We're just going to run one trailer because pretty much all of our other tractors are occupied at the moment. And like I said, Canola's doesn't fill up the fastest. Yeah, he probably will be waiting for us, but that's alright. So this should get us close to full, if not. Well, yeah, it's close to full. It is full. So we are gonna take this back to the farm. Do I know where we're gonna tip it? Nope, I really don't. We might have to figure that out. You really need a new shed, but I passed a shed, standalone shed that, yeah, I mean, it really is just a standalone little small farmyard that I think could be a very intriguing purchase for us. We'll see how much it costs. Might have to look into it, see if maybe, because I mean it doesn't look like anybody's using it, so maybe we can lease it or, you know, buy it or whatever. But that could be a nice little storage overflow yard, or even like a tip shed or something for us, because we definitely do need some more room to tip for sure. One grain shed isn't going to do it. I originally didn't think that I was going to put a shop in the other shed, so after putting a shop in that other one and not then thinking ahead of, okay, well now we need another tip shed, we're kind of running out of space. So I guess I can look at the prices of canola and see when the best time to sell is, but honestly, I would rather just make the most money off this as we can than sell it off right now, because I mean, I'm sure it's not the highest price at the moment, I would say. But I don't know. I'm not super familiar with canola, so I'm not exactly sure. Alright, so we cleared out a spot in the storage shed here that we'll use for now. Not the ideal situation, but it is what it is. I think this should give us enough space to tip this canola, and then definitely that's going to be our main goal for the coming year, is to figure out a solution for grain storage. Definitely needs to be figured out. Definitely an oversight by me while building the farm, but that's alright. Should work out plenty fine. Heck, maybe we'll even be happy with tipping in here, and we'll add some concrete pavement to this side and maybe put up a cement wall between that can divide the shop and all that. But I think the one thing is that it's not as secure as these newer sheds, tip sheds, so I don't know. We'll have to see on that one, but I'm surprised I haven't got a call yet from Paul asking from when I'm going to be back, but I haven't, so hopefully we make it back before he even has to quit. He's really getting through it. Probably close to halfway, if not halfway, with this up-down rows. Kind of going on a little bit of an angle due to the steep nature of this hill. he has definitely got a full tank there, that's for sure. He hasn't been sitting here long. He called about halfway through our drive back down here, so it hasn't been too long. We did some horsing around with getting equipment moved and stuff, so if we stay on it, our next time we should be back in time. So there's nothing wrong with well, you always want to keep the combine going, but that was not too bad at all. Alright. I like the look of this field as well. It's a nice looking field. Kind of up on top of some hills. All about the views on this map, because there's a lot of good ones. So I'm going to be picky about if we buy some more fields about where they are. So I want some good views while I'm doing my field work. Just heading back to the farm now with the last load. About halfway full, little over. So 2.5 trailer loads and we're good. So this is the shed I'm talking about. That sits here. I'll just pull in here quick. Kind of abandoned. Just kind of all by itself. But did some looking into it while waiting to get filled, and doesn't sound like the guy that owns it is willing to let it go without the field, and the field is about 2.5 million. So I'm not sure that we will end up purchasing that, but maybe we can get him to let us have the shed without the field. Then we might be able to afford it, but it's not sounding promising. So if we can find $2.5 million somewhere, which it's very unlikely that we will, we'll be making that purchase. But yeah, I doubt it. So guys have been working on getting bales loaded still while we are carting, but we'll probably finish off the day with getting the bales off this field. Probably we'll have enough time to get the bales off the other field. Rain is coming, so it would be nice to get them off, even though they do sit outside, but it just helps with probably compaction and ruts in the field if we're not operating a wet field. So we'll get her tipped and probably catch you guys again once we're finishing up some bale loading. Okay, so we are back in the field now, trying to beat this rain. I don't actually know when it's going to come. I haven't looked at the forecast. I just know it is coming. We got the other trailer down here on the 6.9. 6.9 has been busy today. Feed mixing, running wagons. Now it's even hauling bales. A busy tractor today, putting all sorts of hours on it. Come on. Get off. As soon as I start recording, it all goes downhill. That's how it always goes. It's all fine until you start recording. There we go. Alright. Good deal. We'll push that one in quick. There we go. Alright. So that one's full. We'll send that one back. And we'll keep loading the old dolly trailer. Or kind of our secondary bale trailer. We'll just go too high on these ones. Kind of did that on purpose. 3 high, and then we'll stick these ones 2 high on the dolly. Forgot that I don't have auto drive installed yet, so that's fun. We'll take a little picture here. That's a good screenshot. So we'll just pull this one out of the way for now, and then we'll have them follow each other back, and we'll unload them all at the same time. I was gonna send this guy off on auto drive and then unload him when he gets back. But we'll just wait. We'll just wait. My automation game so far hasn't been very on point on this series. I just completely forgot that I don't even have auto drive. 2 on this one, 2 high on this one. Should be able to take all these bales. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the series though. If you are, definitely hit the like button, subscribe for more. We will be continuing the series for sure. We'll be back on some American maps here soon as well. Just kind of taking a small break to enjoy a little something different for now, you know. We've been playing FS22 for pretty consistently for 3 years, so just trying to switch it up a little bit. But we will be back on our American series. So if you guys are watching and you're wondering, are we going full-time British? No, we are not. But for now, we're just enjoying this new map. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the video though. Got a little harvesting, got a little bale gathering and stacking and loading and all the things. Next episode we'll be chopping. Paul is not gone for long. Paul's gonna be back with his chopper, helping us out. Must have not got close enough for that one. Yep, Paul's gonna be back with his chopper, and we'll be chopping some silage, getting some silage in there so we can start making some good old feed mixes. So we'll be running out of those wrapped bales soon enough. So thank you guys for watching. Catch you in the next video.